Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is indeed Freddie, of course. And so today I want to talk about school again, because that's what I've been kind of diving into like crazy recently. What do I know about school so far? That is the topic I want to get into today. So the things that I have recently learned about. So number one is that you must know who you are speaking to and be clear about that, and don't make it complicated because it isn't, right? Think of people who have either a transformation that you've been through in your past. Like if you used to be anxious and now you're not, there you go. That's a transformation. If you used to be low self-confidence, low self-esteem, and now you're not. If you used to be hard at speaking, in public and now you can, those are transformations, right? Fat to skinny, stupid to smart, whatever. Self-transformation. Those are some of the best communities I've noticed so far. So another way that you can identify who you are speaking to for your school community, for your future social media content, since that is going to be your funnel into school, is think of somebody who has an aligned interest, passion, goal, or a problem that they're facing that you're also facing, or a problem that they want to solve that you also want to solve, or a problem that you solved that they want to solve. And so those are some of the tools and the questions that you're going to want to ask yourself is, what interests do I have? What passions and goals do I have? What problems am I facing right now? And what problems have I solved in the past that I used to be? Who was the old me? What was he like? What was she like? And so those are what you want to do to identify who you're speaking to, because most people in school communities simply mess up at the beginning on rule number one. They don't know who they're speaking to. They're speaking to everyone, so they're speaking to nobody, right? You want to speak to someone very fucking specific. And why do I say you need to know who you're speaking to and speak to someone specifically? I mean, literally one person. Why do I say that? Because if you are even speaking to vegan cat moms who are over 30 who like powerlifting, I mean, there's still 100 or 1,000 or 10,000 of them. So even if you're speaking in this weird, incredibly specific niche, you're still speaking to one person, which ends up being a replica of 1 to 100 to 1,000 to 10,000 to 100,000 people, in a world of 7.9 billion. You have to wrap your head around that a little bit to say, okay, if I'm trying to speak to 1,000 people or 100,000 people, or maybe there's even a million, that's still not a big number, right? 1 million times 100 is 100 million. 100 million times 10 is 1 billion. 1 billion times 10 is the amount of people that are in this world, give or take. Maybe there's less than that, but you know what I'm saying. Like 100 people is like some minuscule ass number. And if you just need 100 people paying you $10 a month to make $10,000 a month, and that's good enough for you, then you'll be fine. And so school is a very good opportunity, but you better know who the fuck you're speaking to. Next, you want to know what value you're adding to your community, and you want to build it as a community. Instead of just posting content and adding value yourself, add value into the community by getting people to engage. Add challenges into the community. Ask people to accountability partner up, inside your community. And those are some of the ideas that I'm going to use for mine. But just in general, get the community to act as a community. Don't just have you posting and you holding down the content side of it, because that's just you being an influencer. Again, social media has changed from social communities, social networking, to social media. It's become media. There's one person at the top and everyone just follows them. And the followers not only just follow that one person, they don't even interact together at the bottom. Like the followers don't talk to each other. That is not a community, right? And so a community on school needs to act as a community if it's going to be successful and be engaging. That's how they work. And so that is something I learned from Sam, the man who created school, of course. And then some other things I learned about school that I'm actually putting into mine is a value system. What we do, how we think, how we act. So that, when people are in here calling you out for not taking any ownership, it's because our values say we take extreme ownership of everything in our own lives. Do not blame, do not victimize yourself, because then you can't change. You have no power. You've given it away. When you take full ownership, instead of it being the most condemning thing in your life, it's actually the most freeing, right? You actually take back the power. If this thing is happening for you somehow, now you get to change it. Now you get to use it for you, which it just has to be, right? If things are happening to you and not for you, well, then nothing's ever going to change in your life, because you can't change it. You have no power there. It's happening to you. It's being put on you, and then again, condemning you. It's closing you down instead of opening you up, instead of pushing you forward, instead of giving you power, it's taking it away. So That is another thing I'm focusing on. Also, our mission. Our mission is to help 1,000, empower 1,000 individuals, to help 1,000 individuals via self-improvement, strategies, books, knowledge, things we share with each other. I want to make 1,000 people good enough in their life with clarity, with building their own skills that are exciting to them, that they're going to take and go do, big things and help change the world in their own way, in the way that they want to, create the world that they want to see, be the change they want to see in the world. I want to empower 1,000 individuals through self-improvement to go do that for 1,000 individuals, which is indeed 1 million people. So that is our mission statement. And then our North Star is, does this help our community, our audience, be stronger, happier, healthier, or more progressive? That's it. That's it. That's our North Star. If a decision comes across our table, that's what we look to. If it helps our community improve in that way, then we do it. If it doesn't, then we skip it. So that is my school community getting broke down, kind of how I'm thinking of it so far. And so a couple other things that I want to talk about and add in here is, guys, if you're in the community, add value to other people and expect nothing in return. The reason I say this works is because back in the day, when I was in a community where I would add value to people, when a problem did arise and expect nothing, in just the way that I could, the simple only way that I could add value to people, I would just do that for them. And when the time came, when something did happen in my life, a problem, a challenge, a thing I needed to solve, or a favor I needed to call in, all of these individuals who I did favors for, they owed me one. And even though we are not tit for tat individuals, reciprocity does come into play, and it comes into play huge when somebody else can help you get through a situation because in the past you solved something for them, you've helped them with something and asked for nothing in return. And so that is highly effective, and I want you guys doing that in my community with and for each other so that you can see the benefits and reap the benefits of that. And so some of the rules that I learned from Alex for the school games is to, 1, make it fun, make your community fun. And so that is something I'm definitely focusing in on, is making my community more fun, making it a game to play, not just in the way that they've gamified it with the courses and unlocking things as you get points in the community, but I want to make our own games. I want to make it fun to be in our community, interacting and learning, because learning is fun. Learning increases your influence. Learning increases your potential. Learning increases your potential for earning, which increases your potential for returning, giving more back to people, giving more back to your family, back to your people, back to yourself, back to your community, or people, strangers that you want to help in this world. And so learning is indeed fun. So I want to make it fun. That's a big part of our community. And then some other things about it that I've learned is you want to either be an expert in the field or crowdsource it by finding other people who also have that aligned interest or are interested in solving that same problem as you. And then you want to bring them in and allow them to be part of it, to bring answers for yourself, to bring you the answers of what do you need to build in this community that will be valuable for them. Just ask, right? We just ask. And so I want to ask lots of questions, get lots of feedback, and then just do what the community desires in terms of value and in terms of making it better for everybody. And then next, guys, is it's going to be a free community until it is paid. Once it gets a little too valuable, to stay free and it's getting kind of too many members inside and the growth is actually hitting some type of curve, then I want to make it paid so that it slows its row a little bit and it allows people to come in and then also come into a community that already has value, that already knows what it's about, that already knows itself. And so that is what I actually went and did yesterday, was define the problems I'm solving for myself, the problems that I'm solving for people in this community, with this community, and that's who I'm talking to, is people who want to self-improve, people who want to read to make their lives better, and people that want to take action so that they can attain those things and see the results and actually look at themselves with the values that we have, that we uphold, which is like looking at yourselves non-judgmentally. Right? Not looking at yourself to talk shit about yourself, but looking at yourself to say, okay, that's not that good. I can make that better. I can do that better. I'm not good at that yet. And it's okay because I can get better, right? And having a growth mindset and having grit and taking extreme ownership and having an anti-fragile identity. These are all things that we're going to talk about in the school community. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for the video today. That's going to be inside our community thus far. That's what I've kind of decided and deterred and distilled down from information that I've taken in. Of course, thus far. So if you guys learned anything new or took anything from that, go ahead and drop into the school community or drop into my links below and check them out. And so I'll see you guys very soon. My name has been Freddie. Please have a wonderful day. Peace out.